You spend your entire life having the same piece of advice. When you buy your first home, you have to negotiate the lowest price possible. It's the golden rule, right? But what if I told you that following that rule could be a massive trap? What if getting $20,000 price cut on your dream home was actually one of the biggest missed opportunities a first-time buyer can make? Guys, I know it sounds crazy, but in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why fixating on the purchase price can lead you right into a financial quarter. And more importantly, what I am going to reveal to you is a powerful but often overlooked strategy that can make your new home drastically more affordable right now when you need it the most. For those who don't know me, my name is Cody Posey and I am with Popby Realty. I am a real estate agent here in New Braunfels and I work with buyers all across the New Braunfels, San Antonio, and Hill Country area, especially first-time home buyers and veterans using VA loans, but also with people that are relocating in Texas. And look, my entire approach to real estate, it's education first, because I don't believe buyers should be pushed into decisions they don't fully understand, especially when it comes to purchasing a home. For generations, the playbook for buying a house has had one of the primary rules: get the price down. It feels like it's the ultimate victory, doesn't it? Guys, you see a home listed for $520,000, you go back and forth and you finally get the seller down to $500,000 and you've just felt like you won the Super Bowl. You saved $20,000. In your mind, guys, that's a new car. It's a huge dent in a student loan or a life-saving emergency fund. It feels tangible, real, and every real estate show on TV has every piece of well-meaning family advice. It hammers on this one thing: the purchase price. But guys, here's a hard truth about that, and very few people talk about. While you're so laser focused on the sticker price, you're probably ignoring the number that actually is going to dictate what your financial life is for the next several years. And that number isn't the price of the house. What it is, it's the size of your monthly mortgage payment. So let's be honest. I mean, the affordability crisis, guys, it's been no joke. I talk to first-time home buyers all the time. I work with y'all, and it feels like the goalpost for home ownership has just constantly been moving further and further away. So when you finally get a chance to negotiate, you feel this immense pressure to fight for every single last dollar and cent off the price, and thinking it's the only leverage that you have to pull to get a payment that you can actually live with. But guys, that is a trap. I mean, you pour all your time and stress and energy into the price reduction, and the impact it has on your monthly cash flow is shockingly very, very minute. And guys, you may win with the negotiation battle, which is going to make you feel like a winner, which in sales, that's what you want to feel like, but you could be losing much more the larger term financial war. A small price cut on a 30-year loan simply doesn't move the needle that much in your monthly budget, but it does feel like a huge win. I got it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't solve the immediate pressing problem. That giant monthly payment that can leave you feeling stressed, anxious, and it can actually leave you house poor. So if grinding down on the price isn't a game changer we thought it was, what is the alternative, right? What if there was another way? And what is it, Cody? I mean, what if there's a way that you can use that exact same $20,000 as a negotiation lever, not for a tiny, almost unnoticeable discount on your monthly payment, but to slash it down dramatically for the few, but the most critical years of your home ownership? And guys, this is where I like to introduce a very powerful strategy that I am using right now for every first-time home buyer that y'all need to know about. It's a seller-paid rate buydown. Guys, this sounds very complex. I got it, I know. But the complex is surprisingly simple. Instead of the seller taking $20,000 off the home price, they agreed to give you a $20,000 credit at closing. Think about that. That money doesn't go into the pocket, but instead it's placed into a special escrow account with your lender. And what that is used for? To actually subsidize or lower your mortgage interest rate for a set period of time. It could be either 1 to 2 years or to 3 years, depending on your buy down, or you can work on your fixed rate for the buy down. And what you think of it is the seller prepaying a portion of your interest for a thank you for buying their home. And that's one of the most common versions of what is called a 2-1 buy down. And guys, here's exactly how it works. Is the first 12 months of your home, your interest rate is a full 2% lower than the permanent rate that you're locked in. The second year, it's going to be 1% lower. And then years 3 and beyond, for the rest of the term of the loan, the rate returns to the original, more permanent level. And the way that you need to think about it is, what does that really mean? Because when you look at the high interest rate environment, this strategy gives you a massive discount during the most financially stressful years of owning a home. Because when you look at the first couple of years when you're buying the furniture, or maybe you're facing unexpected repairs, or you're just trying to get to your feet under you with a brand new budget, this strategy gives you what matters the most in that moment: immediate and significant cash flow relief to get your footing set while you're buying a house. And from the seller's perspective, often they're going to be indifferent. To them, $20,000 off the price of a house or a $20,000 credit towards your closing costs is the exact same net result on their budget or on their price in the bottom line. But for you as a buyer, the financial impact is going to be night or day. And guys, this is where the true power of the strategy becomes crystal clear, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through two side-by-side approaches using a real-world example. Imagine you're buying a home. It's a $500,000 home with a 20% down payment, making the total price of your loan at $400,000. But let's also assume that the best 30-year fixed rate you can get is at 6.5%. And when you run those numbers, what your standard monthly principal and interest payment is going to be $2,528. Okay, now think of this. Now let's say you negotiate successfully $20,000 in concessions from the sellers, and you have two ways to use that money. I mean, you got scenario A, you can use the $20,000 price reduction, which is very traditional, what you see, and you stick to the old playbook and get the price down to $480,000. And your 20% down payment means that your new loan amount is going to be at $384,000. And when you take that at the same 6.5% interest rate, that brings your monthly payment down to 2,427 months. But guys, after all that negotiation and stress, you saved $101 a month. I mean, it's not nothing, but let's be real. It's probably not the game changer that you were hoping for either. That doesn't even cover the average monthly cell phone bill. But guys, the key here, though, is the $101 in savings is permanent over 30 years. And what it's going to add up to is $36,000 in total interest savings. So this is a very slow and steady long-term play. But let's look at scenario B. I mean, the $20,000 seller paid 2-1 buydown. Now, this time the price stays at $500,000 and the loan remains at $400,000. But if you use that $20,000 in concessions from a seller fund 2-1 buydown, your rate is bought down temporarily by 2%, so you're paying 4.5%. Your monthly payment will start off at $2,027. That's a massive $501 compared to the original payment. That is 5 times more a month the monthly savings in that price reduction alone. It is real, it's tangible, and it's breathing room inside your budget. Okay, what about year 2, right? So your rate is then going to be bought down by 1%. So you're paying 5.5% interest rate, and that's going to bring your monthly payment at $2,271. And guys, that's still a monthly savings of $257 compared to the original payment. And what that buy down gives you is an incredible amount of front-loaded savings. And yes, it is short-term loaded cash flow powerhouse to design more to make it more affordable now, freeing up thousands of dollars when you're most likely going to need it for most homeowners at the very beginning of the loan. Okay, guys, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but what's the catch? I mean, what's happening years 3 when the payment suddenly jumps up to the full $2,528? Isn't that just a form of payment shock, just kicking in the financial debt road down the road? And look, guys, that's a fair and very important question, because a buy down is a strategic tool that you have to understand the thinking behind it. The strategy is built for a world that doesn't stand still. First thing is what I'll tell you. It's crucial to know that your lender will qualify you for a loan based on what the full non-buy down rate is. But what they need to know is what you can afford the note from day one. And guys, that is really, really important. Like when you're looking at the safety rails, it's not a way just to get you in a house that you can't truly afford. But what the big hope for many buyers is using a buy down is to refinance their home into a lower permanent rate before the buy down period even ends. I mean, like if the market interest rates drops in a year or two, you could refinance and potentially lock into a lower payment for that long haul, making that 3-year payment jump a non-issue. But let's be very, very clear. I mean, refinance is not guaranteed either. It really depends entirely on what the future of interest rates do and on your financial situation at that time. and it comes with its own set of closing costs as well. But guys, here's a potential bonus of what most people don't know about. What if you refinance earlier or even sell the house? In many, though not all, loan programs, any leftover money in that buy down account can get applied directly to your loan's principal balance. So if you could get a year of lower payments, then you could take a chunk of your loan and then you could pay it off for free when you refi. But guys, to get that, you're going to have to check in with your specific lender on the loan document to see if that feature even does apply. Secondly, though, this strategy is a bet on yourself. The idea that the buy down makes the home more affordable today, but you can also grow into the full payment as your income becomes more presumably increases over the next couple of years. And what it is, it's really a bridge on your future earning potential. It's time that we stop thinking that there's only one way to negotiate a home purchase. Because guys, when I look at it, the old wisdom of focusing exclusively on the sticker price, it isn't the whole story anymore, especially when you look at a world with higher interest rates. And guys, for a lot of first-time home buyers, immediate cash flow, that's going to be king for a lot of them. And having that extra $500 a month, it could be the difference between feeling comfortable and feeling completely stressed out as well. So a second tool that I really do want to quickly talk about too, we talked about the 2-1 buy down, but also you can take those seller concessions and you can put them to a complete buy down. So when you look at the cost of a loan to buy down a rate, the cost of a loan typically for 1 point of a buy down is going to be 1% of the loan. And a lot of times with lenders, that can get you anywhere from 0.4% to maybe 0.6% for that first rate buy down. Now, if you utilize a second point, then it's going to drop significantly there. It's not going to be 0.4%. It may be like 0.2 or so, but your lender will work with you there. And really what that does for you, like when you look at that much in seller concessions going towards your closing costs to buy down that rate permanently for a 30-year fix instead of like doing like a 2-1 buy down, both of these are just examples. You can buy it for the 30-year fix if you want to be more comfortable within that payment. And both of these strategies are the strategies that I'm utilizing with my buyers right now. So guys, when you look at everything, you do have a clear choice. Because like when you look at the traditional price reduction, it does give you a smaller but a permanent monthly savings that can add up significantly over a 30-year life of the loan. But who lives in their home for an average of 30 years? But when you look at a seller paid buy down, it gives you a massive front-loaded monthly savings for the first couple of years, freeing up critical cash when you're most likely to need it. Or you can do a permanent rate buy down to give you more comfortability over the life of the loan. But guys, what I will tell you is like one of these is a marathon strategy and the other two are a sprint that can save you money in the immediate term. But what I will tell you is the secret of winning in today's market isn't about just getting the price down. It's also about just being smart and just understanding and knowing all your options and choosing the financial tool that best fits your situation and what your goals are. So look, the next time that you're getting ready to make an offer, don't just think about the price. Talk to your real estate agent and ask your lender to run the numbers on seller paid rate buy downs or seller concessions. And what I want you to do is compare it directly to the price reduction. See which one makes more sense for you. And look guys, if this video opened your eyes to a new way of thinking, do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe button for more real estate strategies that the pros use to build the wealth. And what I want to do, what I want from you is I want to hear from you in the comments. Is this the first time that you're hearing about the rate buy down? And if so, which strategy would you choose right now over the permanent savings or the immediate cash flow? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And look guys, I love you guys and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.